Let's take a quick poll. Take out last year's list of resolutions. If you actually have that list or remember last year's resolutions, you are ahead of a lot of people. If you kept your resolution for more than 60 days, then you are statistically in the minority. If you kept your resolution all year long, you're superhuman and probably could teach this video. But for the rest of us, the story is the same. We wake up December 26th hungover from our holiday feast. There's wrapping paper everywhere and we start to realize, oh, maybe we overspent on the holidays a little bit and we're starting to regret that. Then we realize, hey, New Year's is around the corner. This is it. This is my time to change. I can be better. I can do better. But then we don't. Why? Because you stink at resolutions. The truth is, statistically, by February 1st, most of you have already failed at your resolutions because, after all, you do stink at your resolutions. Now, don't be too hard on yourself. You try. Truth is, there's a lot of stinkers out there. I know. I myself used to be one of them. My name is Kirk, and I want to show you how and motivate you to keep your New Year's resolutions this year, using a system that I have used for the past 3 years. Let's flash back to December 2011. I had just graduated from college and I was hopeful that I could do anything. I had big dreams for myself. And then I realized that just because I had a diploma in my hand didn't mean that things were going to magically happen. I needed to figure out what my dreams were and how to pursue them. After a lot of reading, research, trial and error, and application, I found a system that worked for me, that helped me achieve my goals and achieve my dreams. At first, I didn't realize how powerful this system was, but then I started hearing friends and family talk about their failed goals, and I realized that even though there's a ton of information out there on goal setting, few people know how to put all of that information together into something useful. I not only had a proven working system, but I had a way that I could share it with others. And so here I am sharing with you, the majority that stink at New Year's resolutions. I want to give you the first part of the program right here, right now, so listen closely. Now that I've enlightened you that you stink at setting resolutions, let me also say that it is not entirely your fault. Your schedule, your commitments, and seemingly the universe have set up barriers to prevent you from being successful at the changes you want to make in your life. Luckily, you have the power to knock down these barriers. Let's knock down the first one right now. Barrier 1. You don't know what a good resolution looks like. Last year, I conducted a Facebook contest where I asked people to write in one New Year's resolution they were working on. I saw submissions like, I want to be nicer to my kids, or I want to get a good job. These type of resolutions aren't the kind that will inspire or change your life. They are more like wishes. If you're going to achieve this, you need to set actual good resolutions. Like a good batch of Christmas fudge, you need the recipe to get it right. Let me give you that recipe to the resolutions, not the fudge. A good resolution recipe has a marked path, a finish line, and a deadline. Let's take one of our example resolutions. I want to be nicer to my kids. This resolution is like a rice cake. It's better than nothing, but it's bland, tastes like cardboard, and is not very filling. First, this resolution needs a marked path. What does be nicer mean? Do you want to stop yelling at them? Do you want to praise your kids more frequently? Do you want to give them more rewards? If your resolution is a journey, the marked path is what tells you how to get from point A to B without getting lost in the woods. The more specific you are, the better. I want a better job is not as good as I want to make $8,000 more per year. I want to get healthier is not as good as I want to go to the gym 3 times a week or I want to lose 25 pounds. A couple of guidelines when you are marking your path. As we've already talked about, narrow it down into specifics. Try to make it as realistic as possible, something you truly believe you can accomplish within the next year. Still, make it stretchy though. Keep it to something that you have some control over. Don't try to set other people's resolutions for them, such as, I will make my child get straight A's. It would be better to set a resolution like, I will help my child complete his homework assignment every night. Now that you have that path marked out, you need to put a finish line at the end of it. You don't want to run forever and ever and ever and ever, do you? That sounds exhausting. So ask yourself, what does winning look like in this resolution? With our example, let's say be nicer to her kids, our friend decides that she needs to stop yelling. A finish line could be, I know I am nicer to my kids when I've gone 2 consecutive weeks without yelling at them. It's true. Some resolutions and life changes were never truly done with. For example, one year I decided I want to be a better husband to my wife. But my marked path was that I was going to ask her on 6 nice dates that year and let her escape the madness of the kids in the house. So, for these dates to count, I had to ask her out on a date, plan it well, and find a good babysitter. Now 6 might not sound like a lot, but when you're doing 1 or 2, that's a big step for me. Anyway, when I was done with those 6 dates, I couldn't just say, well, check, you're done. Thanks for playing. No, that wouldn't have worked at all. Note, never tell your wife she's a check mark. That will not go over well, even if you're just joking. Obviously, I want to continue down the path of being a good husband, but that marked path helped me get started, and the finishing line helped me decide how I can get into a good habit. Now that we have 2 parts of our recipe down, it's time to see how long it needs to bake. Put a deadline on your resolution. Long-term goals are fine, but the most effective and powerful goals are 3 to 12 months. If you set the deadline of your goal as forever, that is exactly how long it is going to take. So if our friend wants to spend 2 consecutive weeks of not yelling at her kids, she should put a deadline on when those 2 weeks need to happen. Maybe in the next 3 months, maybe before summer. It's pretty simple. Set a deadline on your resolutions. Whew! Well, I just gave you the recipe for a successful resolution. I hope you enjoyed your metaphorical fudge and feel confident in conquering barrier 1. But what about some of the other barriers, such as, I've lost motivation to keep my resolutions, or I don't know where and how to start, or even, I failed at my resolution. What now? These and many more barriers are addressed in our Ringminder Don't Stink at New Year's Resolutions toolkit. All you need to sign up is to put in your email address and send me $1,000. Okay, I was just joking about the $1,000. All we need is your email address. This is totally free. Let me tell you what you get when you sign up. First, a helpful worksheet that will help you set the kinds of resolutions we talked about today. Second, access to the rest of the video series that will instruct you how to keep your resolutions. These videos will come in a series of 3 more emails spread out over a few days, so that you have time to digest and implement the material I am giving you each time. Each email is also packed with free goodies. No fudge this time though, sorry. That will help you find motivation to keep your resolutions like never before. Third, you will get a little accountability check in your inbox in a few days, just to help remind you that you are going to do your resolutions right this year. This system works. Wait until you see the power behind it. Let me tell you what you won't get. You won't get spam, you won't get harassed by any third parties we have sold your information to, and you won't get your inbox flooded by offers. I want this to be a motivating, eye-opening, life-changing experience for you. And if you can't tell from this video, I have a lot of fun doing it. So sign up now. I have a team ready and standing by to help you. New Year's is the perfect time. Time to change, time to chase those dreams, time to realize the power to succeed is in your hands.